All right, let's talk about the big secret in AI search. There's this powerful, kind of invisible mechanism that's deciding who wins and who loses right now. And if you don't understand it, you're going to get left behind. It's a total game changer.
So let's just start with a number that should really get your attention. 6 times. That's right. Traffic that comes from AI, from these large language models, can have a 6 times higher conversion rate than your typical search traffic. And why is that? It's because by the time a user actually clicks to your site, the AI has already done all the hard work of warming them up for you.
And this huge opportunity is happening because search itself is fundamentally changing. We're witnessing this massive shift from what used to be a simple answer engine, you get a list of links, to a powerful action engine that's designed to take a user all the way from their problem straight to a solution. And this really just breaks it down perfectly. I mean, look at the left. That's the old world. The classic 10 blue links. You had to do all the work. On the right, that's what's happening now. A single curated answer. It's really the difference between being handed a library card and having your own personal librarian who's already read all the books and just tells you what you need to know.
So here's the absolute key to all of this. The entire buyer's journey, from the moment they realize they have a problem to researching solutions, comparing options, and making a decision, all of that is happening inside a conversation with an AI. By the time they finally get to a website, they are ready to pull the trigger, not just window show.
Okay, so how in the world does the AI do all of this heavy lifting? Well, it uses this really clever process called the query fan-out technique. This is the engine under the hood, and it's what turns your one simple question into a super comprehensive answer. Let's break this down. For a total beginner, just think of it like having a genius research assistant. You ask one big, complicated question, and it instantly knows all the smaller, related questions it needs to answer first to give you the full picture. Now, for those who are a bit more technical, what's happening is the AI takes your prompt, breaks it down into multiple subqueries, runs them all at the same time, and then performs what's called synthesis. It weaves all those little answers together into one brand new, cohesive response.
So here's what that looks like step by step. First, you ask your detailed question. Then, step 2, the AI just deconstructs it. It figures out what you're really asking about, price, features, how it compares to other things. Third, that's the fan out. It's this flurry of activity with dozens of searches happening all at once. And finally, step 4, it reads the best stuff it found and puts together a totally new answer just for you.
And this right here is so important to understanding why this is so powerful. We were all trained to talk to Google like robots, right? Just a few keywords, but we talk to AI like we talk to other people, in full sentences with tons of detail. An average AI prompt is 23 words long. That gives the AI so much more context to work with, which lets it generate all those super specific subqueries.
So, this brings us to the playbook. Now that we know how the engine works, the big question is, how do you make sure your website is the one it relies on? The answer isn't about just ranking for a keyword anymore. It's about building complete and total topical authority.
This is the new goal of SEO, right here. You want the AI, as it's fanning out its search, to just keep landing on your stuff. When it looks for features, boom, it finds you. When it looks for use cases, it finds you again. When it looks for comparisons, guess what? It finds you. Every single time, it reinforces that you are the expert on this topic.
And this just visualizes that shift perfectly. On the left, that's the old way. The messy kitchen sink article that just tries to cram everything into one page. It's a disaster. On the right is the AI-optimized way, a beautifully structured library of content with one central hub page that links out to dozens of super-specific, in-depth pages. And here's your exact plan. Step 1, build that main hub, your pillar page. Step 2, create all your cluster pages. And each one needs to be a deep dive on one very specific subtopic that an AI might search for. And then step 3, and this is crucial, link them all together. You're basically drawing a map for the AI, showing it how all your knowledge fits together.
Now, when you're actually writing the content for these pages, the rules have changed. You have to get straight to the point, answer the question right away, don't bury the lead. You've got to write like a human talks, structure your page with headings that literally match the questions people are asking, and most importantly, you have to include unique data and stats. That's the one thing AI can't just go find somewhere else, your own experience and research.
Okay, let's get into what really separates the pros from the amateurs here, because there are some really common mistakes people are making, and a few expert-level tricks that can make all the difference between whether the AI cites you or just ignores you completely. So let's start with a pretty sobering statistic. In one big study, for searches that were directly relevant to a specific brand, that brand's own website was only mentioned as a source in, get this, 9% of the AI's answers. The overwhelming majority of citations went to other third-party sites. So that begs a huge question, right? If the AI inherently trusts other sources, like review sites, news articles, forums, more than it trusts you, how do you make sure your brand even shows up? It's clear you can't just rely on your own website anymore.
The answer is you have to build your reputation everywhere. The AI is actively looking for unbiased social proof. It's scanning all those best of lists. It's reading reviews on G2 and Trustpilot. It's paying attention to what real people are saying on Reddit. Your off-site presence, what other people say about you, is now a primary signal of your authority.
This means we need a massive mindset shift. The bottom line is this: you have to stop obsessing over raw website visits. That's the old game. The new game is all about visibility and share of voice inside the AI's answers. How often is your brand mentioned as the go-to solution? That's the only metric that really matters now.
And that's really the question I want to leave you with. In this new world of search, the goal isn't just to be a little citation at the bottom of the AI's answer. The goal is to create content that is so good, so comprehensive, and so trusted that your information becomes the very foundation of the answer itself.